We'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Gangster Chronicles podcast. It's your boy Bigg Steele with my dog.
Yeah.
And today, man, we have some people that flew in like a gust of wind. The homie Pimpin' Ken.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Internationally known, locally accepted.
How long was you working on that?
Man, this is freestyle, dog.
How
Off the top
long the
of the dome.
fuck
I've
that,
been doing this
nigga?
shit long enough.
How long was you
know what I'm
working
saying?
on? You knew we was bringing Ken on the show, so
Yeah,
you probably at home with a pad and paper.
man,
Like,
that's
let me write,
freestyle,
let me
dog.
get my intro together good.
Hey, I've been doing this long enough to where I should be able to come with a dope intro. And also, we got my man.
Game guy Goldie, the one and only.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna see how we did that right there.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
that was natural.
you
right there.
motherfuckers
You
done
like that, don't you?
you motherfuckers have collaborated on the
Like that,
intros and shit.
When was together last I said we gonna do it like
I
this.
like-
You gonna come in like
I
that.
like that. I like that. That's official, for sure.
The
Man,
referee whistle.
I see, man. You know what? The Hip Hop Fraternity
Yes, sir.
is pretty, man, international, right?
Yeah, currently we have 37 cities and we have approximately about 10 to 11,000 members. And we have our own social media on hhfmedia.com, so that's how people come. It's 100% free. We started in Atlanta, Georgia 4 years ago. In my condo in Buckhead, I let everyone in free, and we've been doing that for 4 years. I feed the kids for free. I let them perform free. We spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on food and just losing money, not getting paid. And we bought concerts and everything. And the purpose of it, because my son was down there, and he was doing showcases, and he was, you know how to be getting that money, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so they was breaking, I'm feeling it, right? So I said, man, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna disrupt the entire industry of the music scene down in Atlanta. So I know the best way to disrupt something is to do for free, because can't nobody compete with free. And but it turned into a business, and then I followed the Mark Zuckerberg model and the Google brothers model with free service in exchange for data. So our hhfmedia.com collects data, and we able to send out mega emails in like millimeter seconds to communicate with the people and to bring people together. So in these 37 states, what happens is these brothers, they support each other. We share each other videos. We move together. We act together. We just one big body. We under one umbrella, the auspices of Hip Hop Fraternity, HHF. So that's the real reason. But you got to look at hip hop. It's the 50th anniversary. You've been in it many, many years. I've listened to your music, man, since I was a kid. And I'm not dating us, but
Exactly.
we go way back, me and you. And so you look at it, man. It's the second largest export of American exports. It then created 5 to 6 billionaires. You know the names: Puffy, Jay-Z, Dre, the usual suspects.
Right.
5 billionaires, untold amount of millionaires, but we don't control it. So it's our culture, our code. We have to control the culture. And what the Hip Hop Fraternity is, we're controlling by adding various components. You look at the HHF media, that's one, that's the social media. You look at HHF Magazine, HHF Radio. We got HHF Award Show, which we're going to be awarding you brothers this year. We got HHF Liquor. We got HHF Films. We got 5 films out, one with Boosie and one with my man Rick Ross, one with Ice-T, one with myself, and another one we're going to call Decoded with Pimp C. So, these movies are completed. We're working with big distributors and stuff like that, and we're C Corps. So that's the whole purpose of it, to teach African Americans how to own, and how to be autonomous, and doing it by showing it by action. So, you look at the last thing I would like to say is 4 sectors of power. You got Washington, D.C., we got a bunch of lawyers and a bunch of brothers and sisters there, right? So Washington, D.C. is the first sector. We just sent our youngest hip-hop artist, King Moore, 8 years old, look him up. He just did a video. We did a video out here. He had like 4 million, close to 3 to 4 million views in less than 2 months. And then that's Washington, D.C., there's a lot of us there. Second is Wall Street. There's not too many of us there. You know what I'm saying? So we look at hip-hop as Black Wall Street. You look at all the money that it generates. Look at me and Yuckmouth, of course, he's here at y'all studio as well. We talked about that on one of my episodes, one of my podcasts, hip-hop being the new Black Wall Street, because Jay-Z is worth more than the total GDP of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1920. Their GDP was $2.5 billion. Jay-Z is worth $2.5 billion. So hip-hop is the new Black Wall Street. but we're not we as a collective, we're not in Wall Street. The next one is Silicon Valley, which is out here in California. We don't have no real power there. Maybe 2% is there. So we started our own HHF Media, our own IG, our own Facebook called hhfmedia.com. So wherever they at, we at. And then the last one is Hollywood, where we at now, California. So that's why we started HHF Films. That's why we started HHF Magazine, HHF Radio, so we could create our own narrative within the space and within the, this ecosystem. So that's what Hip Hop Fraternity is all about. And we got it where each chapter has their own autonomy. They have their own LLC or their own 501c3. So that way the feds can never indict us as a collective, So he's in charge to wherever go in Sacramento as the CEO. She's Miss Kentrice. She's in charge of whatever goes on her area, or Mike Fresh, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Everybody is controlled. So if they indict, say one of our brothers in California, he doing some mess, then we not all.
Yeah, it don't affect the whole body.
Yeah, so you know what I mean, because we learned that from COINTELPRO. They have always had a thing against black folks.
Right.
They call it the Black Messiah. They've been
Especially when you organize.
Yeah, they don't want us to organize. So we organize separately. We got 37 chapters. Each CEO of that chapter is his own boss. He controlling his own city. That way we're not connected. And they can't indict us for fraternity because Mason's got a fraternity.
Right.
Elk's got a fraternity. They can't indict us for hip-hop because we know who controls hip-hop, Universal, Sony Music, Columbia Music. So we kind of had to create something that can be for us, by us, but yet, it won't get us under those 3 Ds. Demonize, destroy, and discredit. That's what they do to all black organizations, right? So the way we structure, the way we organize, there's no way they can come at us, under nothing illegal. Unless somebody in the organization purposely do something illegal, then that's on itself.
Yeah, one of the things that you said that was very important, you mentioned data, and that's what I tell people. When they say my YouTube channel, my Instagram page, I say, no, it's not yours. You may have your name placed up under there, but that's theirs. You don't know, you see the people that's following you, but you don't have the information.
Right.
Outside of you trying to inbox them, whatever, we don't have the emails to send them out merch, things like that. We don't have their phone numbers to send them SMS messages to get into them. Like, just imagine if we had a site, and that's one of the things I was trying to build on our site, was so we had our own social media on there.
Well, we can help y'all do that.
Yeah, so when people come, we can have that information, and I can see people, because somebody watched the show and they're a big MC Eiht fan. Hey, Eiht got a new album out.
Yeah.
We
can help y'all with that, bro.
That's where the money
That's
is
what
right
we
there.
have. Yeah, that's what we have. We have our own social media. We can show you how to build it. That's what, bringing y'all into the ecosystem, Hip Hop Fraternity, that's what we all about, is spreading that knowledge. Each one going to teach one. Your skill set is your asset. So we will show you guys how to build your own social media, how to help people come up there. They can post, they can put their music up there. And if you go to hhfmedia.com right now, that's exactly what you could do. And that's what we about. We about each one going to teach one. We ain't about, holding the information and
Right.
keeping it, from the brothers, because if we all get powerful, the more powerful you are, MC Eiht, the more powerful we is. If we got an alliance here in California, if we can say, man, we can call these brothers and we can move, or we say, man, we got to send some brothers up there that just like Mike Fresh, who just got an album drop, we can bring them over there. We ain't got to, deal with our high radio and all these Radio 1, all these other conglomerates that keeps us boxed out,
Right.
from the system.
Well, they go
Create
charge
our
you a
own
gang
system.
of money.
Yeah, we create our own system, and we show each other how to, how to navigate. So now we got our own Silicon Valley. If it's 100 of us
Definitely.
with social medias, we got 100 people that's equivalent to Silicon Valley, and that's where the money at, is on the internet. Like you said, I can push one button. I can show you. I can push one button. It's in the email to everybody within millimeter seconds. I can push one button. I can upload anything I want to do, his flyers, whatever, and that's real talk. We have that. Right now, you can go on the site right now. You can post your videos. You can post your show. You can post every show on there. And that's what we want to teach brothers, man. We got to cover the 4 sectors of power. Washington, D.C., New York, which is the stock exchange, Silicon Valley, and Hollywood. We got to, everything that they're doing, we got to do. And that's why I respect the Jews. A lot of people don't like the Jews, but I respect what they're doing from the perspective of them having, diversification. And that's what we need to practice as a collective, as a unified body of people. We got to practice, diversification. And I ain't talking about DEI. I'm talking about diversification in terms of business. That's why we have 9 children under our parent company, HHF Media Group. You see what I'm saying? Those are subsidiaries. So those businesses are connected, and we got it under 1123, so we could pay taxes collectively under those businesses under one auspices. You know what I'm saying?
That definitely is. I think a lot of brothers need to learn how to network with each other and learn that, strength is in power. You feel me?
Yeah. Being unified.
And
sure.
definitely they fear that. But it's a way for, you to avoid having to, like you said, they'll charge you up the ass for shit. And when it's all about niggas just trying to connect with each other. And I think that's what's very powerful within us. Because once you get brothers to represent across the states, that's what scare motherfuckers. But it still helps us out.
Do you know that Facebook, and I learned this 2 months ago, we was trying to get our Facebook page going, and one of my homies told me, he said, man, you can't put links in there. Anytime you put a link in there, they bury it. Because Facebook don't want you going outside their platform. Why would they want you to go outside their platform? They want to keep you on there. So I got rid of those and started posting stuff directly. You know, we had 1 million people come to our page. 1 million people. It tripped me out. And hearing Goldie, I heard y'all on the episode, man. You know, I've been doing my research, man. That's why I asked, man, you could ask Ken. I said, man, is you bringing Goldie with you?
I told him that.
I asked him, I said, you got to bring Goldie. Man, what is the red pill conversion?
The red pill conversion? I ain't never heard of that.
Conversation.
Huh?
The red pill conversation, basically talking about when we talk about the alpha male versus the beta male. Stuff you talk about.
Okay. Well, I don't like to call it, red pill. They got their space out there where they call it the red pill. I feel like I'm talking about something different than them, so I don't call it that. But I get what you're saying. That space that.
What's the name of yours?
Well, my podcast is called "Don't Hate the Player, Learn the Game." But the red pill space is like a space where dudes talk about women and things like that. I feel like I'm saying something completely different than them dudes, though. So I don't really classify it as that. But I'm gonna get into the spiel. I'm really talking about the great female kind and really showing dudes that they really have more value than they've been tricked out of by these women. I say it all the time. It's called the great female kind. It's a collective kind that women are running on men, right? To make the man feel like he's less valuable than a woman when in almost every aspect, metric to metric, apples to apples, oranges to oranges, the man is almost always more valuable, right? I say it all the time. In society, not every single woman, but in society, where does a woman derive her value from?
From the way the men treat her.
Okay, I'll say this, right? And tell me if you agree. A woman's value in society is based on her looks most of the time, right?
Oh, yeah, for her looks.
Okay, so if a woman's value in society is based on looks, how valuable is she really? Because looks are destined to go away. So how can somebody whose value is predicated on something destined to go away more valuable than a man whose value is predicated on his competency, which he could have until he's 70, right? Her looks are going to go away. Then what does she have? So if we strip the looks down because we know it's going away and now measure her up to most men, the man is almost always more valuable. And all I'm saying to these men is you out here, you the breadwinner, you go outside, you work hard every day. You do this, you do that, you come home, you take care of the bills. But your woman treats you like a doormat. She treats you as if you less valuable than her when in reality you more valuable. It's hard to find a bunch of men lining up to take care of a single mother. But there's plenty of women out there saying, man, I want a man who is willing to take care of me, right? So the value means rare. What's more rare? That man is more rare, which makes him more valuable. And all I'm saying is men got to stand in their value and not let their women treat them like they're less valuable when they really have some value.
Yeah, because it don't really sound like you knocking women. So I know it's going to be some sisters. I know I'm going to get some emails.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Friday morning, they're going to be saying, what is y'all talking about? We not valuable. Because people don't have.
I didn't say they weren't valuable. I was just saying if we added a metric to metric apple, and then it's like this too. You could say, okay, well, a woman bring more to the table. Her nurturing, her womanly things, but that's not what these women these days have. A woman gonna show you what she thinks is valuable by what she leads with. What does she lead with? She leads with her looks and her sexuality, right? And then is mad that a man want that from her, right? So they don't take the time to learn these other attributes, the nurturing skills, and these other things that would make them valuable as women, right? So they don't even have what actually makes them truly valuable these days.
Do you feel that is in consideration with the women of today?
Of course, the media, the music, society. Their mothers, it's a different time.
Absolutely.
It's a different time.
Well, I would say it's a different time as far as females are concerned. You see the the aspect of how, if you watch all these television shows and you watch how certain dudes get in a position and feel like, they have to do certain things to please some of those, and then they want to tell you, there's if you got the bread, then hey, it's just what a nigga does.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've never felt that way.
Me neither.
It goes in a certain way for me because I come from a different generation. I came from the generation where mamas was mamas, and you got your ass whooped with belts and switches when you did shit wrong. I come from the era where what you see is what you get as far as the woman is concerned, and I'm just a good woman, period.